we're going to be talking about modification commands. As you draw, you will inevitably need to move, copy, stretch, or trim something. Before you execute any command, the first thing you need to do is to select that item, select what you want to execute, what you want to execute a modification command on. So, and when I'm talking about a modification command, this could be copy, move, stretch, or trim that particular thing. So you need to first select it. That is the first thing. So now for you to let's say we want to drag this, a copy of this wall here. We want to drag it. So when I mean there's difference between dragging a copy and dragging just dragging this item and dragging a copy of this item. Dragging a copy is just duplicating the item. So we want to duplicate this item, that is dragging a copy of it. So I have selected it. Remember, if you want to select, you hold down your shift on your keyboard. Holding down your shift means to deactivate whatever that might be selected on this toolbox. So you see window is selected. So when I hold down my shift, if I don't hold down my shift, what if I try to select it, I'm going to draw a window that is selected here. So holding down my shift simply means to deactivate whatever that is selected here. So as you can see, I'm holding down my shift on my keyboard. So I select this. But supposing this is not selected, maybe this arrow tree is selected, so I don't really need to hold down my shift. I can just come straight and click. You understand? So now let me still hold down my shift so that you can master it. Anytime you want to select an object, just always make sure you hold down your shift. Now I have selected this. I want to drag a copy of this. Now there are so many ways we have shortcut of doing all these things. Now for you to get all the shortcuts, first of all you need to know where actually you can get them from. Supposing your keyboard, let's say, is not functioning, so you can come to this menu bar. So you see menu bar, you see edit. So we want to drag a copy of that. So you come to move, you see move here. So you click on it. So you can see drag, and you can see there, you can see other commands, other modification command. You can see drag, rotate, mirror, elevate, drag a copy, rotate a copy, mirror a copy, drag multiple copies. So you can see them. You understand? These other ones don't have this thing. They don't have shortcut. So, but you see, these other ones have shortcuts. So it's either you always come here to pick it, or you can just master this their shortcuts. So for you to drag, it means you should hold down your, when you select your item that you want to drag, so you now hold down your control and then you press D. So it means the command that is going to be executed is drag, and then you can now drag it. Now if it is rotate, so let's do this one first. Drag a copy. That is what we say. So another shortcut of this is Control plus Shift plus D. So I'm going to click on it. So now you also listen to your cursor. You can see my cursor here is now showing plus sign, meaning it's a copy of this that is going to be dragged. So I will now click here. Then it's either you are dragging this way, you want to drag a copy this way or this way, depending on your choice. So let's say we are dragging this way. So I'll now type in the distance with which you are dragging. We always make use of measurements. You don't just draw. So you cannot type your angle. So depending on the angle you are dragging. So if it is 90 degrees like this, so always make sure that the angle is at 90 degrees. That is when you are dragging vertically, or when you are dragging horizontally, that it should be 0 degrees or 180 degrees. So I can now press my enter. So it has been dragged this way. So another modification command we are going to talk about is stretch. Okay, is extend. So let's say we are going to extend this wall to this place. So first of all, we are going to select the walls we want to extend. Holding down my shift, I click on this wall. I want to extend them to this point. So as I have done that, I either come here, edit. So you go to reshape. So you click on reshape, you can get adjust. So extending just simply means adjusting. So you can see the shortcut here, Control plus minus sign on your keyboard. So you can always press it. So when I click on it, so you're going to come to this point. You see your arrow has changed. So you're going to come to this point, come here. So you see I've extended this to this point. So another shortcut of it, let me execute a shortcut by, let me undo what I have just done. So another shortcut of it, always first of all select what you want to extend. So you're going to press that control plus your minus sign. As I've done that, I've pressed it. So I'm going to come here and then I'm extending it this way. So you see it has been extended. So another way you can also do it is you come to your, when you select your items first, you come to this your standard toolbox. So you're going to see adjust. You see it, you still see the control plus the minus sign. So adjust, you're going to click on this. So you come here where you want to adjust to. So you can see. Now we're going to talk about the trim command. So we're going to trim uh, uh, the parts that we don't want. So for you to trim, you don't need to select what you want to trim, just hold down your control. You understand? So when you hold down your control on your keyboard, you see the cursor has turned to scissors. So let's say I don't want here, so I'm going to click on this point. So it's going to, it has trimmed it off. Let's say I don't want this one, so I'll click on this. It has trimmed it off. Let's say I don't want here, I click on it, it has trimmed it off. So you can see I've executed the trim command. So another way you can do it, let me undo this part alone. Another way you can do it is you come to you see trim here, so you click on this, then you click. But this is very stressful because you cannot always come here to select and then do it. That's why shortcut is always better. You just hold down your control. Just when you start drawing, you can see you begin to master them. Now we're going to talk about uh, intersect. So for we to intersect, you can only intersect a horizontal wall and a vertical wall. So let's say this is a vertical wall and this is a horizontal wall. So let me intersect this wall and this wall. Okay, let me intersect this wall and this wall. Okay, so you're going to select the walls you want to intersect. You can only intersect this and this. So as I have selected these two walls, so I will now come to this intersect. So I'll click here. You see it has intersected. Let me undo it. Okay, let me draw a wall. Let me draw two walls to explain this better. So I want to intersect these two. I can easily trim this off. Trim this off. Another way I can do it is, let me undo it. I will select these walls. Then I will come here and click intersect. You see it has intersected. So that's what intersecting command means. You can as well call it fillet. So we are going to talk about resizing. So this resizing, I use it more during printing, so I will still talk about it there. So for you to resize, you just select the wall you want to resize. So okay, select the item you want to resize. So you can come here and okay, this is resize here, which is the shortcut is Control K. You can press Control K on keyboard. So see all this has been displayed. So these are possible things that you can resize affects: wall, column, beam thickness, library paths, all text entities and all that. So probably it will not work on this. See, probably not work. Okay, it's still resizing this. Okay, so you click on it and then you type in your distance. See that resizing this just means elongating it, so it works more on what the items that were listed. So now another thing uh, we another command we're going to talk about is rotate. So we want to rotate this one. Now let's say we want to rotate it to horizontal direction. So we select it, then we can press our Control E to rotate, or you can come to this edit. So you can come to this edit, and then see, you can see rotate. You click on this rotate. So it's going to rotate it and not rotating a cover, it will just rotate it. So if you want to rotate a copy and you have already done this and you forgot that you're supposed to press you're supposed to select rotate the copy, you just press your control You see, it will rotate a copy of it. Same thing applies to uh, dragging. So you see, let's see, I'm dragging this way. So always make sure that always note your angle. So I can press my enter. You see, or you click or you press your enter. See, I've rotated the copy, so I can drag this. So I drag it. I click my Control D. So I drag it. So suppose that I want to, I remember I'm supposed to drag a copy of it. I'll just press my Control. It's now going to drag a copy of it. So think you can press your Control D. You see, Control Shift D, drag a copy. Control Shift D, drag a copy. Always make sure you note your angle. Drag a copy. So that is for that. Another thing we need to know about is when you select an item and then you select an item and you click on it again, a box is going to appear. This dialog box is giving you options of possible commands that you're going to execute. Now you can see on this item selected, you can either drag it, you can rotate it, you can mirror it, you can elevate, you can multiply, you can stretch, and the language are very simple. So all these things that is being talked about are actually what it does. So you select any of them and then you note the direction with which you are uh, dragging towards. So the language that is used here is not that difficult. So you can see stretch. Stretch actually means stretching. So as this stretch is selected, it means stretching. Now when you are stretching, make sure you hold your shift so that it will not, you always maintain a straight line. Always maintain it straight. You see, if I don't hold my shift, I'll be finding it difficult to stretch it. So, but there is always a guideline that will also appear. So you follow that guideline and you can also note your angle. You can see the angle is 90.1 degree, which is not correct, which is not accurate. So, but if I hold down my shift, you see, it's 90 degrees. But if I don't hold down and I want to, and I want to drag it 90 degrees, so type in your distance with which you are dragging, which is, you can see 24, let's say it's 22,400, and then okay, 24,000. So and then I will press my arrow key downward, then you press your 90 degrees. You see, stretch. You see, so you can undo it. So you can hold down your. So that is about this. Now there are so many other commands that we might not really talk about all of them, but when we start drawing, we'll be talking, we'll be using them. So you'll be seeing how we are using them. Also have a mirror command. So I want to mirror, let's say I've drawn this plan, I want to mirror it in that way, maybe twin bedroom, something like that. So we're going to window select the whole of this. So as I've done it, so I want to mirror this. So I'm going to press my control. I want to mirror a copy of it. So I'm going to press my control shift M. That's control shift M. You see this plus sign simply means mirror. So I'm going to click here. You see I've done it this other way. So you make sure your angle is 180 degrees so it will not be, you see, you can see the command. So if it is 180 degrees or 90 degrees, see, so I'll be able to mirror this copy this way. But if I don't want to mirror a copy of it, let me undo it. So I will press only my control M. So control M. So it's going to mirror that. But supposing that I forgot that it's going to mirror this way. Supposing that I forgot, I want to show you something. Control M. Supposing, oh, I forgot it was supposed to be a copy and I've already executed a mirror. So what do I need to do now? Just press, as this is like this, I'll just press my control. The plus sign will appear. You see, it will still execute a command of it. That is for this. There are so many commands, so we might not really talk about all of them. But when all these things we'll talk about them. Even split, we're going to use them. All these things you are seeing. So let's talk about this measurement. You see this measure. or you type M. If you just type M, it means measure, or you come and click here. Let's say you want to measure from here. I want to measure from here to this point. So you can see, the distance 40,664 millimeters. So that is it. So you can still measure this way. So this other one is it's added. It has a cumulative distance. So this distance is 21,332. Cumulative distance, that is addition of this and this. So you can see the cumulative distance is 61,997. So this also helps when you are trying to get the circumference or the perimeter of this of your wall. So you, at the end, when you have run everything, you can just make use of your cumulative distance instead of to be adding them up and all that. So that is what that is all about. So we're going to talk about another command. Another command that we're going to talk about here. Okay, let's talk about this command. This let's talk about this split command. So if I want to split this wall, I select them. So I want to split this wall. You know, this wall is just one wall. I want to split it. Let's say I want to split this place. So you can always split at a joint. So select this, you come to any joint. So I've split the wall. The wall is now appearing too. So the reason why I say you always split at the this thing, you see, if I want to split at this point, you can see this one will go. But if I cannot split, I cannot just split anywhere. For here, for instance, here I can't split here. But that does not mean that if I want to do it, I cannot achieve it. What do I need to do? So I think what I need to do is I'll just come select my line 2. So let's say I want to, is this point I want to split it. So I will draw my line. You understand? So let's say I draw my line here again. If I want to split this, let this be another wall on this one. So I will now select it. You see, I will come to split. So I will click here. I'll split this one. This one is now like 1. So I will come here and select the split again. So you can see I have how many walls now? 3 different walls. So that I can color these different if I want, or if I want to reduce the size, I can. You see, so everything is very important. Everything. So okay. So also try to understand, try to memorize this your shortcut. It will help you. So those ones that doesn't have shortcuts, it means, yeah, it's not what you are using regularly. That is why they don't have shortcuts. You understand? So for those ones that you are using, like when you are drawing, you make use of the command frequently. That is the what ArchiCAD actually put up a shortcut for. But those ones that you don't have, that there are no shortcut keys attached to, it means that the command is not frequently used. That is why it's not that way. You understand? So you can see repeat split. So this one now is to repeat something that you just did before. So you say Control B to repeat something that you did. So the last command that we did was split, right?